Hello, ladies and gentlemen, beautiful ladies, handsome young men. You're welcome to my channel, welcome to my show. And I'm your host, Shelly Omo David-Aguebor. Today's a very special episode. I'm sure you can see there's somebody out here in the studio with us. It's a very special episode because it's like a continuation of history. Some years ago, we thought it was necessary to give guys attention. Now that's sounding strange, right? Coming from a lady, give guys attention. Well, we discovered or we realized that there are so many programs for females, prepare ladies, train ladies, equip ladies, seminars for women, etc. But it seemed as if guys are not getting the attention they need. The training, the preparation, the equipping, and we felt mandated to start a series of programs to help men to understand what it means to be a real man and then to navigate properly the man's world. So we started this program, this event that I'm sure many of you know about, Guy Power, the Mankind. And then our first episode, our first edition of that event was massive, it was awesome, it was really life transforming. We had over 500 young men in one room having conversations with some celebrities, some motivators, some inspirational speakers and all of that, talking about the man's world, the real man's world, and it was a really good episode. I think that was a motivation for us to keep doing this. But in these times and seasons we're in the world, we have to make do with what we have. So even though this is actually Guy Power, the Mankind, but maybe a mini studio edition of it. So you're welcome. Today we're going to be talking with someone that I've known for a while, and I respect him very much because he's a man of many parts. He's a man of great value. He brings a lot of value to his world and to the world, as a matter of fact. I'm going to let him introduce himself before going into the conversations that we have today. I call him PB. So welcome to the show, PB. Welcome to ShellyDavid.com.
Alright, thank you so much, Shelly, Shell, like I call you. It's awesome to be here. It's a beautiful show. You've been doing this for a while, and I'm glad you picked me. You picked me then, and you still picked me now.
I'm honored.
Okay, so this is kind of an informal setting for us, just chatting, and then we have the world watching. Okay, my name is PB. Bruman Michael Omofe, but I prefer everybody call me PB. What do? I'm an IT pro. Business development coach and entrepreneur. I also host 2 shows on Vibes FM, Mending Art and Rewire. What other sides to me? Okay, I've been doing this work for almost 15 years at Oko Prison with men, just rehabilitating men. We've also done like a rehab for guys who's had issues with cultism and drug. We call that CCMC, and that was also an awesome one. I'm married to Yuma Omoife, and I have 2 kids. Essentially, I'm also youth pastor at Pt.1 Church. So those are the sides of Promen.
Okay, I believe there are other sides. So
All
maybe
right.
in the course of the conversation, we'll get to meet those parts of you. All right. So the conversation is about real men, really. This conversation has been on a while, a couple of years now.
Yeah.
So let's just take it further, especially with the spate of activities and events and some form of violence going on in the society today. I think there's a lot of help that is needed out there, and then we just do our best to try to talk to people. Okay, so you're a man, you're a guy, you're even married, so that takes you up notch a bit. So what do you think makes a real man? How would you define a real man? I know a male, everybody knows who a male is. A male is somebody who's not a female.
Yeah.
Simply put.
It's a sexual definition.
Exactly.
But
who's a real man? How would you
Yes.
define that?
I think many people have different theories and different definitions about manhood. So I've always been curious myself, even as a teenage boy, as to what the definition of manhood really is. Like, is it the first time a man has sex that becomes like a man? Is it when he gets his first job? Is it when he leaves his father's house? Is it when he turns 18 or 21? There are no real definitions, and out there, as when I was growing up, and so I was really curious. So I probably came up with my own definition of who a real man is, and I'll share that here. But the first thing I really want to say is that man becomes a man when he finds work, when he finds the definition for himself, when he finds his purpose. You will find that in the Bible, which is my reference book, a man was given an assignment before a woman was made for him. So that assignment is what we call purpose. So a man is not a man until he finds an assignment, because a woman is supposed to be a helper, a helpmate, a help suitable for you. So she's coming to help you do work. She's coming to help you work purpose together. So if you do not have that, then you've recruited for yourself trouble.
Okay, but your definition of a real man sounds really nice, but let me bring it back home a bit. I interact with males.
Yeah.
We all do. And I doubt that anybody out there would say, okay, you're a real man if certain things are not present. So for some people, from my interactions, a real man will be somebody who you can define with any of the following things, or all. Money, your woman, maybe your wife, your girlfriend, or women, maybe how much women admire you or flock around you, or respect. Like for some, their definition of a real man is the kind of respect you get from people, kith and kin, male and female as the case may be. Or for some, relevance. In other words, I don't know if that relevance will have something to do with the work that you said.
Yeah.
Something like what you're living for, your purpose.
Yeah.
This is what my life is about. This is what I'm living for, and all that. So for some, it's relevance. Okay, as in, I'm a relevant person. I'm gaining recognition and relevance. I'm doing something, and all that. So, do you think these things would define a real man? Starting with money, because money is very important. Then women, respect, and all that. What's your take on that?
Okay. Depending on what angle you're looking at from, a real man is naturally comes to his identity. He comes to his purpose. That's the core of it. But this all that falls into every other thing that you have listed. Because if he has a strong identity, and the source of his identity, or where he takes his identity from, is strong enough, then he's going to pour out into his purpose. He's going to now be able to make profit and influence and relevance and all of that. So those are parameters that count in the narrative about who a real man is, but it's not really who the man is. The man is his identity, and the first thing that identity pours into is his work and his purpose, and then that is interpreted into influence, money, and then
Women.
Well,
women or his woman.
Oh yes, his relationship. Because just as you put the conversation about women as very important, even children also, how he relates with his children is also very important too. So yes.
Okay. One of the things we talked about a moment ago was mutual respect.
Yeah.
I think for what you said, it would seem that a man derives his respect or a sense of respect.
Yeah.
Or a real man should derive a sense of respect from these things we talked about.
Good.
A sense of purpose, reason for his living, and whether he's doing that thing or fulfilling that thing.
Exactly.
You know. But let's look at respect in a simpler form.
Yeah.
To a married man, I've seen this play out so many times. You get a sense of respect from probably how his wife treats him. She respects him. Like they say, a man does not need love, he needs respect. So the first source of respect in his physical relationships would be his wife for a married man. How would you define respect for a real man? And then particularly a young unmarried male.
Okay, so I think you pretty much already answered it. The source of a man's respect, fulfillment, and joy comes from his assignment. We must put in the conversation that some men are going to walk through life without even getting married and having kids, having very minimal relationship with people, and
still feel fulfilled,
and still have respect and that sense of respect from the people that they work with. So you must know that that's the first thing. It's your assignment. It's what God has asked you to do, and then how you're pouring into that, and how people are benefiting from that. Because purpose and work is not disconnected from people. In fact, your assignment is connected to people. And once you're serving people and they can see the relevance of your work, respect is a natural consequence from that. They start to value value. Respect without value is hypocrisy, actually. I don't want anybody respecting me without that sense of I'm important to them. It shouldn't be forced. And that's the other thing that plays out in marriage. If respect comes from pressure that you put on your partner, then it's not really it's not really respect.
Are you saying a man that's married should earn his respect?
Exactly.
Or, well, for being a man, I mean, don't you think
they're two
occupying that role?
Good, because of the
role,
authority that God gives to a man, naturally the woman is supposed to recognize that authority.
It's like
recognizing
the office.
Respecting and recognizing that office is interpreted as respect. Also, the relevance and the purpose of the man, and the fact that he's sacrificial and he's pushing God's agenda, for the family, also brings even more respect to the office. So there are two approaches: it's command and control, or covenant and commitment. I don't want to go into that detail, but we'll leave it at
this
that.
one is a psychologist and a counselor. So, I mean, we could get lost when it takes us on a journey, like a tangent from the conversation. Okay, but still on this respect,
yes,
it's really important because a lot of what is going on in our society today, I want to find out if it boils down to this.
Yeah.
So a male who is something of a female bully, maybe oppresses females or bullies them, or maybe even rapes females and finds pleasure in doing this, in doing that, or maybe any kind of oppressive conduct towards the opposite sex. Would you say he's looking for respect? Would you say he's looking for relevance? Everybody's looking for something.
Yeah.
What do you think he's looking for? What do you think might be the motivation? Is it a search for respect, for relevance, or a sense of manhood and completeness? Please.
Okay, I think primarily many people have set their compass on a search for happiness. And the way society is built now, most people don't care what is broken in their search for happiness. And I think people prioritize that over every other thing. Yes, the pursuit of happiness. But I think I said that already. The greatest joy a man can get is from finding himself in his purpose, the work, his assignment that he has been given by God. If he's doing that, then that becomes the greatest source of joy. Yes, also many guys are looking for relevance. So in looking for relevance, they try to exert themselves overly to try to get that relevance. So some of those vices come from that. Because of my work in Oko prison, you hear many guys say in pidgin English, now woman put me here. Like, because of the pressure to perform for a woman to meet her needs, they go do other things just to be able to. So really, when push comes to shove and we sit down, I say, you can't blame it on the woman. You had the choice to either do this, because they say they did what they did because they wanted to meet the need of the woman or whatever.
Maybe they stole.
And most of them stole, yeah. So, or kidnapping or whatever. Say, my girlfriend, and I won't provide for my wife and all of that. So, but
okay, but you don't rape a woman to meet the needs of a woman.
Okay. There are different ways to look at that.
Providing for a woman is the reason they are behind bars or something. Well,
that can be argued. But for rape, something like rape. Okay, another thing about rape, if we want to make this conversation about rape, is big and wide.
It's important.
Yes, but it's important because it's a burning issue right now.
Today.
Good. So one of the things that I found with men is a psychological issue, actually, serious psychological issue, and it comes out of that pursuit of happiness without putting into cognizance the consequence of your action and all of that. But one other thing that I know with men who are broken this way, they feel like some of these women are laden with sexual needs, so they're trying to help.
No kidding. We're back with you shortly. Thank you for being with us on the show.